Welcome to Cindy Crafts. Today is, today's Tuesday, so Tangent Tuesday. And thank you everybody for watching my blabbering and my editing foobar, because I rewatched it last night and saw that there was one clip. After I transferred the clips to iMovie, I must have transferred the clips out of order, and so you see me talking, this was, and then the blue sky, right, when the phone fell over. And then it goes right into the next clip, which is back in time before I left work that day. So it should have been before that whole thing, which I obviously didn't watch it well enough and just put it right up there. Silly me. Silly me. And thank you for the kind comments. And I pointed out on there that it was a foobar of mine, editing wise, that one clip should have been. And Wendy said something funny. Wendy from Gone Off My Meds. She said something like, what did she say? She said, after we saw the blue sky, we were transported to another place in time or something. Transported back in time. So, yes, I meant to do that. I meant to do that. I meant to have that. So that was supposed to be before, when I got in my car to go, and then that, and then the next clip was the Friday, and then that's when I ran out of battery. Ran out of memory. Hopefully that's not going to be the case again today. If so, it'll just be a little clip of me going, hello, good morning. I'm driving to work today because we are doing Children of the Corn. It's October 30th. So we're doing Children of the Corn theme, and they're judging us today instead of tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be in my jammies and slippers and a robe, and I get to go to work all comforted out. Today I'm supposed to be that little girl from the Children of the Corn movie with the pigtails and the really dark circles. And so I brought my makeup, and then I'm supposed to wear, this is like a Halloween-y shirt, but I'm gonna change it into a black shirt. And I have Scream socks on. You know, the painting, the Scream. Well, my late husband bought me socks in like Starry Night, Signals. Signals catalog has all kinds of weird, neat purchases that you can do. And socks, he bought me socks are my thing. I love socks. And he bought me the holiday socks, which gives me a New Year's Day sock with fireworks and whatnot. Gives me a Valentine's Day sock. It gives me a 4th of July sock. It gives me the start of school sock. It gives me you know, pumpkins, it gives me trees, it gives me Thanksgiving, fall, birthday, all of that. So that was one gift that he gave me, and it's like 24 socks or something. And then the next one was famous artwork. And so one pair of socks is Starry Night, and another pair of socks is The Scream, and another, The Kiss is one of them, and all kinds of different socks, basically. And I think there were eight different paintings in there. And so today, Children of the Corn, I thought, perfect, I'll be Children of the Corn, and it will be, I'll roll my pants up a little so you can see we're going to be judged. They decorated with all that corn, the real, I mean, they're real, they're sharp, those sharp things that the Grim Reaper holds, and I don't know the names of them, but of those, the hatchets and corn shucker things, and I don't know. Anyway, big, huge. And so I'm going to hold a Grim Reaper thing and do that. We have ravens that are eating body parts, like they have a fake, well, of course they're fake finger in their mouth, or, you know, a hand, or, you know, a foot, or, you know, whatever. And so that's all decorated. We put lined the floor with cellophane, that rolling, what they use for moving when they wrap around to move. So that is over the floor, and then we put twigs and, well, I didn't have anything to do with it, but twigs and leaves and things that crunch underneath that, and then put another layer over it, and then put these black things over the light so it's dark in there, and then all kinds of decoration. And so then there's a handful of people that are going to be dressed up as the characters from Children of the Corn, and that's our theme for our Halloween contest. And why they're doing it today versus on Halloween, I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. So that's why I'm driving, because I'm taking my shirt and my makeup, because I have to have the really dark circles. So we're gonna put eyeliner all the way down here and whiten up my face, because I have to be really, really ghostly white. So we're gonna do that, and I don't know what time they're coming. I'm going in kind of late to work. I had a contractor come to the house. Well, mention that contractor thing. The contractor didn't come last week. I was sick, so the contractor didn't come last week, but came this week to do an assessment to my 5-week project that turned in 2 years. Has a punch list that needs to be finished, and of course I made a mistake and I paid in full, and so yeah, that's, I think the issue is that they're paid in full, so they don't have any incentive. But now I've, you know, threatened them with, you know, this is shoddy craftsmanship, and I better do something about it. Me and Cindy gonna do something about it. Boy, that sun can hardly even see me. Oh well, you can hear my voice. Oh, I was playing last night's Wendy from Gone Off My Meds made a comment about things that I said, and so I wanted to go back and listen to exactly what I said, and because this is a little experience into my brain is what this is. And experience on my brain is always working, and I've never been diagnosed as having attention deficit disorder or anything, but I think I probably would now if I was in school now. I started early. I started at 4 years old, so I started school really early, and I had a stuttering problem, and they sent me to speech therapy because my brain was working faster than my speech. So it was, I was trying to get it out like that. And anyway, so where was I going there? And easily distracted because, as you see, I get on tangents and can't remember where I was before. So it's like, oh, look it, squirrel. So, so I was having my sister watch with me the snippet that I recorded, and she says that I should call it Tuesday Therapy with Cindy, and give me comment on topics that you would like some therapy on, and I could talk to you about my feelings and about how you can make, I don't know. Anyway, I said, does that really sound like me? Are you getting a little experience into my brain? And she said, that's exactly how you are. You just ramble, and I'm an introvert. So I used to have, this is TMI, but I used to teach school in my bedroom where I would line up my stuffed animals and teach them things and talk to them, and I guess I sounded just like I do now. And so she said it's Therapy Tuesday or Therapy Thursday. Therapy Thursday would make better, but today's Tuesday, so it can't be Therapy Tuesday. Can't be Therapy Thursday if it's Tuesday. So Tangent Tuesday. And anyway, I would like you guys to comment and shame my sister. Well, that doesn't sound really well, but comment that you want to see my sister and I diamond paint together. I'm trying to get us a paint with me where we're both in the frame, and where she's painting and I'm painting. Mrs. Crochet and Coffee did it to her husband. She set up her husband on the couch next to her, and they diamond painted together, and it was the coolest thing. And that one, he would want to do a craft, because my husband would never have wanted to do any kind of my craft. Unless I was working on a car. If you know, I learned how to, you know, take apart a carburetor and take apart an engine and do all that. He really wasn't interested in cross stitch, or he wouldn't have been interested in diamond painting. He wanted me to share my crafting with others, probably because then he wouldn't have to hear about my crafting. Ulterior motives. But because I do all the Zentangle and things, and I have a master's degree in adult education, so I like to teach. I like to teach how to do things. So tutorials are right up my alley. And MacGyvering is right up my alley. And so, oh, and Wendy said that, because I asked her if the ruler thing helped in place of that little tool, and yes, it does. She uses that ruler, and it's thin enough to be a MacGyver for that tool, because I looked for that tool everywhere. I was going to buy a whole bunch of tools, and I was going to use that as part of my giveaway and things, because you can't find them unless you buy them in a big kit with a bunch of wax, which we all get, a bunch of wax and a bunch of boats. So why would you be buying a kit unless you just started out? And so I just wanted to buy that attachment that goes on the drill pins. And so rulers work. The credit card thing doesn't. I tried it again with my Brotherhood one that I'm working on, the one from Diamond Art Club, the big one, the 60 by 75, 80 by 70, I don't know. The big one. I'm having trouble on my TV tray. So I did MacGyver on my TV tray. You know how you roll it up so it doesn't fall off? And I didn't want to clip anything because I was afraid it would hurt the canvas. And I know I've seen people do it where it doesn't hurt the canvas, but I was still afraid that it would hurt the canvas. So I took, because I had those big long twist tie things that Wendy used for her stands. So I got some of those I shopped at my parents' house and went into his tool shed, and he had those big long ones, those orange ones, those big long orange ones, and flexible zip ties, I guess is what they're called, or flexible zip ties. And I wrapped, because I have attached to my card table, and I'll show you, but attached to my card table or my TV tray, I have that thing that bends, that is the magnifying glass and the light and all that. And I rolled up the Brotherhood, the part I wasn't working on, I rolled it up towards me, and then I stuck the twist tie in there so that about that much was sticking out, and I attached that to the arm of the thing with the magnifying glass and the light, and it kept it all in one place, and it's all rolled up, and It's parts that I haven't worked on yet. And because there's about a zillion 5200s, it's absolutely... And I think I did a little clip. I haven't put it up yet, but I think I did a little clip, which you'll hopefully... my skills... If my skills are improve, you will have seen that prior to this clip, or probably in the same video, but I will try to put that clip prior to me talking this morning. So in chronological order of when I taped what. I think I taped that on Sunday afternoon, but I had already... It took forever to upload that video. First I have to export it to iMovie after I do all my editing. Then I export from iMovie to my phone. So I export to my phone, and then after it exports to the phone, then I go to YouTube, and then I do it all from my phone. I don't do it from the computer. Maybe this will help a little bit, I guess. So I do it all from my phone, and so then I click the little camera symbol, and then I upload my movie that I had just finished editing in iPhone in iMovie that I just put on my iPhone, and I import that into YouTube. And that took so long to upload. I mean, it was an hour and 15 minutes, so it was a long video, more than I thought I'd ever have on my channel. I didn't think I'd have anything that large. I thought, oh, if I can get to maybe 5 minutes, that'll be... Nope. Apparently, I do not have a problem talking to myself. And so I like this whole vlogging thing. But I want to do videos, and I want to do when I'm diamond painting with my sister, and we're usually watching Netflix or movies that I've purchased on Voodoo, because I don't buy the DVDs anymore. I do the digital, and we have our Roku, and so everything is purchased on that so that the whole family can enjoy it, and we don't have to go to the movie and spend the money on the movies, and it saves us a lot of money by doing it that way. So anyway, another tangent. And so usually we watch our favorite shows or whatever and sit on the couch side by side and diamond paint. But I would love it because I bought that tripod thingy that attaches to my thing. I could put it in the middle of us and scoot it back a little bit, and it could show both of us, like actually show us and show our diamond painting. She thinks she's so slow, and she doesn't think anybody would want to watch her, and I keep telling her she's not. She's a perfectionist. She has to have every little... I just slap them on there and then move them around. And I'm a perfectionist in some other aspects, but I know I can fix that. So I do. I just slap them on there. And I'm getting... I didn't like the multi-tool. Originally, I thought, well, I was doing squares, and I couldn't get the multi-tool. I couldn't pick enough up to make and line them up, and it wasn't working for me. But with the rounds, it really, really works. And my favorites are the 3-placer and the 6-placer, the 3-placer, and the 6-placer are my favorite. So if I can use those, I will use them, and especially in this area where I have a zillion and one 5200, I use those. I don't really use it in the confetti part because, of course, it's confetti, so you have one or two at a time. But what I did is I took the tip off of my regular drill pin, and I think I put the 3-placer on that one, and then on the flattening out one, I took the top off of that one and I put the 6-placer in. And I've tried all the different kinds of waxes or all the different kinds of innards. So I've used wax, I've used the Locktite, I bought a pick-me-up pen, I bought a Stickum pen. One's blue-ish, grayish, and one's white. And I don't like either of those. They're too sticky, and so they hold on to the diamond when you're wanting to place it. They hold on to it. So I want to get rid of it. When I put it on the canvas, I want it to stay on the canvas. And so I had to change back to the wax. I was watching Abstract Crafter this morning in the middle of the night, and she has that Elmer's one, the one that's orange, and then she has some blue tack and the Jots, and I never tried any of those. So I entered her contest to win the neat little mermaid pen, and we were supposed to, in our comment, we were supposed to pick what innards we would like in there. And I told her, I said, you pick it. You pick your favorite, because she has all those, and I don't know which one is the best one. And I know she has a video out that she reviewed all of them, and I just can't remember what the outcome of that was, and I don't remember what she ended up actually using in her pens. So maybe I'll reach out to her and ask her. But what do you guys use in your pens? Do you guys use wax? Do you guys what's your favorite? Tell me your favorite and let me know your favorites. And because I'm still learning, and I would like to, I'm always willing to try something, and so I'll try it and see if I like it better than the wax. Now, some of the wax some of the kits, the wax is too creamy-y. I love the wax that's in with the Diamond Art Club, in the heart. It's a sturdier wax, and I really like that. And so, of course, I only have two Diamond Art Club paintings, the Brotherhood one that I'm working on, and the Spots one. So I'm sure, but I don't refill it very often. And if it's stickier, then it comes out the sides, and so I would like it if it was a little bit drier, that it would grab on enough to, that perfect medium. So I want to know what you guys, what's your favorite, and then I can try, because the Locktite is the one that was the white, and I didn't like it because I used it on my squares, and because I pushed down so hard on the squares, it left a residue. It left a white, like a little white, not on all of them, but on a lot of them, it left a white little residue thing. And so, yeah. And then also, if you guys could comment on, well, I'm giving assignments left and right. Comment on what you seal yours with. I did that comparison where I did half of it was that Aqua Glue stuff, and then the other half was the Scotch, or a little corner. And then I knew that it wouldn't, it was such a color scheme that it didn't work right. And so I ended up redoing it in a sorry, I'm here, I have to look for something. I had to do a Scotch in another area. I did it over some trees, and I think it sparkles enough to where, well, my sister bought me some Elmer's spray glue, and I don't know if glue is the right thing or if it should be like that crayon sealer. I don't know if glue, I don't know. And I looked, I'm involved in all those crafting or the diamond painting on Facebook, and I was scrolling through there trying to find the answers to my questions, and I saw pictures of things, and like glitter Mod Podge and the spray, or the glitter Krylon. So anyway, if you could comment here, and then I will have it directly on in my area where I know what I need to go and get, because they're expensive. And so I don't want to waste money for all these experiments, I mean, I'm not working so that I could spend a lot of money on crafting. I'm working so that I can support myself, and because it's only me now. And anyway, regardless, I am at work now, and it is 9:20. I came to work late. I said I was going to be there by 9:30, and it is before 9:30. And I'm going to go, and I will, if I have enough memory, I will give you a drive with me home. And if not, I will edit this and get this up, and maybe you could talk my sister into doing a drill with me. We could do it together, and you can meet her, and that will be a lot of fun, I think. And I thank you guys very, very much for making it all the way through, and for all your comments and all your love, and I just appreciate it so much. So like, subscribe, and I will see you guys a little bit later. Bye. Hi! It is Tuesday the 30th, and now I'm on my way home. And I got to drive today because, you know, we were having the Halloween thing, and I took a short video of what I said today as I was taking people into the Halloween area in our office, and I'll try to insert it here for you to see what I said and how scary I looked. Welcome to the cornfield where the children come to play. So yeah, that's how scary I looked. And I had to take all the makeup off when I was done and put my regular makeup back on. And now I switched, I switched from this morning when I was filming. I had the camera part on the other side. I had it on that side, and now I have it on that side. I wonder if that's going to make a difference when I go to edit. It's a lot easier, I noticed, to speak when it's the direction that I had it this morning, because then I only have to look halfway across my dash instead of all the way across my dash. Maybe I'll switch it. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna switch up. Hold on. Let's see if you can do it. Yep, you're coming with me. Oh no, you're upside down. Well, maybe I didn't do that. I don't know. The time stamp is. I'm gonna shut you off. Okay, bye. Okay, well now you're way up. I don't know what I did, but I fixed the direction. I don't know if that makes any difference. I guess I will find out if that makes a difference or not. Boy, you're really seeing a lot of the dash today. I'm gonna pull you up here. Hello. Okay, maybe that works. I don't know. Oh, maybe because the camera is higher. I get it. Because the camera's higher when it's on the other side. Yeah. So when I have you switched on the other side, the camera's up there on the high part. But when I have you over here, it's down here on the low part. Wait, I'm gonna switch you around again. Yeah. Have fun. Have fun switching around again. Whee! That actually might work better. Other than the friggin' sunlight. I hope I'm not upside down. Oh, look at, you get to see more of me. Oh. Okay, maybe if I turn you off and then I turn you back on, it'll just be a clip of mine instead of, I don't know if I like this angle or not. But the timer stamp is upside down. So I'm very worried that I'm upside down. So I'm going to shut you off. Turn it back on. Hi! Okay. We are on our way home now. And I turned you right side up. Again. I don't know if it makes any difference whatsoever. But my OCD isn't impacted very much by the timer being upside down. The timer was down here, right here, but upside down. Anyway, it's all good. It's all good now. I don't know if you can tell, but you can tell the blood that's still on my arm and my hands. Can you tell the blood? I don't know if you can tell or not, but you can definitely tell it's right here. And it's right here. I had the fake blood on for our little pre-Halloween function. We had a haunted house. We had a decoration contest, and we got to decorate our workspace or our area or whatever. Each of the divisions got to choose whatever we wanted to do and decorate. Wait, that's really right in your face, isn't it? Well, we'll be out of that light soon. Maybe if I turn, maybe you don't get. Oh, that's even worse. When the sun goes down, it's not very good for filming, is it? We'll see if I even have any memory left. I don't know. Okay, so we decorated, and we wear the Children of the Corn. I don't know if I told you this morning. I can't remember. 1 minute to the next, I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. But anyway, we were Children of the Corn, and I had little pigtails, and, well, you saw if I was able to insert it, you saw what my speech was to tell people, and how blue my eyes looked, or gray my eyes looked, because I had the makeup all the way around here, and then the blood, and I was carrying a severed foot and a stuffed animal and sucking on a sucker. But I was not aware that the judges could come by at any time between 11 and 1. And it was open for anybody to come see your area between 11 and 1. So that means between 11 and 1, I was walking back and forth and picking people up from where they have to badge in our lobby area. I was picking, these are not just random people, of course. They were employees of where I work. And there's probably 500 employees in that building, probably about. So we, of course, did not have 500 people coming coming by. We probably had, I don't know, probably 50 or so people in groups. And of maybe, I don't know, probably the largest group was probably 6 people, probably, maybe 5 or 6. Maybe I had closer to 100 people, 75 people, I don't know. But some were just single, walking through by themselves. I had to actually hold a couple people's hands because they were scared because things jumped out at them and things. So that I did, but it was a lot of walking. I should have had my Fitbit on, but that wouldn't have really gone with my costume very well. But so tonight I am, let's see, 4:48 right now, and I am going to go home and I'm going to diamond paint on the Brotherhood and the Diamond Art Club Brotherhood, the heart that are the two lions heart. Anyway, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do that, and we're going to watch Meg with Jason Statham. I don't know. And hopefully everybody will be in the mood to watch, because I am in the mood to watch. So I am hoping. So you won't see me tonight. I won't be filming tonight because I'll be watching a movie. And so that'll be fun. And hopefully I'll get lots of stuff done on my painting. My sister can't paint and pay attention to a movie at the same time because she doesn't want to take away from watching the movie, but yeah, it might be that way. It depends on how action-packed it is. If it's really super action-packed, I probably won't get much time painting. I'll probably be like this. Have my drill pen in a stance, and you can tell I've been using my scary eyes today. My full extent of my eyeballs, because of my costume from Children of the Corn costume. Okay, so after I moved it, it is harder to look at that side. I feel like it makes me look like I'm looking up into space if I look at that side versus looking right at the picture. Or if I look over there, sure, anyway, I don't know. I liked it better when the camera was on that side. But I don't like the fact that it showed so much dashboard. Problems vlogging. I don't know. I didn't get a stand that... My dashboard is really high. So I don't know. Oh, maybe if I got something that... So I can't have anything that goes on down here because of the computer screen. I Charger, 2015 Charger, and it has a big old computer screen. So, oh, I guess I could put something. They have those things that go inside the vents and then out, and maybe sticks up like right about here, and then looks. That might work. And then I could look directly at. Anyway, very boring for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking out loud about this jazz. A little inside of my mind, I guess, is what my sister was telling me, is that we get to see inside what your mind does all the time. Uh-oh. We have red and blue lights up here. Probably somebody vlogging ran into somebody else. I have to see. We're all stopping. Oh, now everybody wants to get over here. There's 3 lanes of traffic. Where are you gonna go? There's an ambulance. There's an ambulance. Oh, I have a red light. Really? I'm like, we have suicide lanes here in Phoenix. And so from 4 to 6 p.m., it depends on which way you're going. If you're going through the flow of which direction the flow of traffic is going. And I'm gonna take some Tylenol. Hold on just a second. My head is splitting. Depending on what direction the flow of traffic is going. That middle turn lane is open. Oh, I almost saw an accident. Oh, somebody that was turning left and was out in the middle of the intersection too late when the light changed for us going forward. And instead of us going forward, the people in front of me, instead of waiting until that person turned left till the intersection was clear, they just went ahead and went. And so that person turned into our lanes of traffic. Okay, we're not. Turned into our lanes of traffic because they were in the middle of the intersection. And so they turned into, and they almost sideswiped this brand new Camaro that was Camaro. Is it Camaro? Where's the... I don't know. It was a brand new car. I think a Corvette. It was a Corvette. What did I say, Camaro? It was a Corvette. Brand new Corvette. And came about that close to sideswiping that brand new Corvette. Nobody even honked or nothing. We were all just kind of just sitting here stunned that just happened. Anyway, that leads into what I was saying. We here in Phoenix have what's called suicide lanes. And we have those, you know, the left-hand turn lanes that are yellow, have the yellow lines on both sides. And then where people get into the middle and turn left on normal time time frames. Well, between 4 and 6 p.m. and 6 to 9 a.m. and 4 to 6 p.m. you're not allowed to turn. You're not allowed to be in that lane depending on where the traffic is going. So, like right now, I'm going northbound, and the suicide lane is a northbound lane. So anybody in that lane is clear just to go northbound, like a regular old lane. In the mornings when I go southbound, that lane, the middle lane, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 2 lanes over there, 3 lanes over here, so it's 6 lanes total. So there's no medians, no nothing, and that lane is for northbound people, southbound people from 6 to 9 a.m. And you get people from out of town, as you see I'm turning off of this road. You get people from out of town who are used to having a left-hand turn lane, and you just pull in there when you want to turn left, no matter what time it is. There's signs, but you know, very rarely people read signs. But there are so many accidents in that lane, and hence why it's called the suicide lane. And I try to get, when I drive, I zigzag on my way to work, and I try to get off of the streets that have the suicide lanes and go with a street that just has regular, 2-lane traffic oncoming, like this is where I'm going. I'm going to a road that is a pretty drive. You've seen it. When my route when I was facing outward showed big trees and really, really beautiful. And so that's the way I would rather go, is on, I guess this is 4 lanes. This is 2 going southbound, 2 going northbound, and there's no turn lane. So that's the way that works. And it's slower, but there's a lot less people because there's not 4 lanes across. And anyway, and then when you get to an actual main street, then it gives you a lane to turn into. Actually, it might have a turn lane. There might be anyway, I'll look. Right now, there's a turn lane in there that people can get into and get out of. And then when it comes to the actual intersection, then it turns into an actual turn lane. An actual lane where you can only go one direction. I don't know. Anyway, it's all messed up. The roads are all messed up, which is why I usually take the bus. I don't like to deal with traffic, and I like to get on the bus, and the bus that I take is it's an express bus, or express, I think is what they call it, express bus. and it takes me from a park and ride, and it takes me directly downtown, and then it makes, I don't know, 12 stops or something while it's downtown, lets people off, and I'm one of those 12 stops. And then when I come home, it makes the 12 stops, picks people up, and then takes us out to the park and rides. And it's a really nice commuter bus. They're city buses, but they're really nice commuter buses. And they have, you know, USB ports underneath the seats, and they have high backs and armrests, and I mean, it's $6.50 a day to ride it, so it's not like it's a cheap thing that, you know, you're gonna have, you know, just any willy-nilly person that's not an actual commuter, you know, riding on it just for fun or for, I mean, we pay for those nice buses, so, but anyway, but where I work, actually, they do a subsidy thing, and so if they pay for half of my bus rides, and so if I ride every single day, they will only, they buy a monthly pass for me, which actually is at a discount versus the $6.50 a day ride. But random stuff I'm talking about that you guys care less about. If you want to look in the background and see what a nice neighborhood it is, it's pretty. Oh yeah, and this area right here does not have a turning lane, so it's 4 lanes across, 2 in each direction. So, but they have pretty little jogging, and these are $1 million homes, at least $1 million, $2 million homes. And I like to see how the other half lives. And I get to drive by them, and it's a great little commute. When I take the bus, I go via the freeway, so I don't get to see it's not the scenic route, but this is a really nice part of Phoenix, centralized Phoenix. But anyway, if you go back to my other video where I'm facing forward and facing out the front, I would turn it around, but then I have to stop it, turn it around, stop it, turn it back. I've done enough of that to you today. So, yeah. But, and just an excuse on having to go watch my other video. Right? Yeah. It's like almost canopy covered. As you see, the light's not, it's because the trees, there's so many trees, it's almost covering the road canopy style. So it's nice. But, and I really can't have you turned around the other direction because I have 2 huge cracks in my windshield. My sister was running errands night before, and a rock hit it, and it's probably 1.5 inches. So, and it's almost right in my field of vision, right there. There's another one that's over there in the passenger's field of vision, but this one up here is going to be a problem. And that was a rock. But it's what glass coverage is for, right? That's why I have 0 deductible on my glass. And also, my sister was driving in the rainstorm, one of our monsoons, about a month or 2 ago, maybe 2 months ago, and my windshield wipers, the driver's side windshield wiper, flew off and completely flew off into the road, and it scratched. So she took it right into AutoZone or whatever, and they picked up stuff. I'm looking at stuff they have piled up on the side of the road, and it's bulk pickup. So there was like tree stumps and stuff. My mind goes in different directions. Anyway, she went to AutoZone and they changed the windshield wipers. And it is bulk pickup week. So I am seeing things in the road, on the side of the road, that I don't normally see, because it's bulk pickup week. Tomorrow will be interesting because I'm going to be taking the bus. Maybe I'll take the bus on my way home from work and not to work. I have to bring 2 2-liter bottles of Diet Coke, and I'm going to dress up in my bathrobe and slippers. So yeah. But there's probably going to be other people dressed up on the bus, I would think, maybe. I don't know. Now we're turning off the pretty road and we're going back on over to my street. I mean, not that my street's not pretty. My street's pretty, but not the pretty canopy drive like that. As you see, because now I have sun coming in. So I'm rambling. Just rambling, trying to think of things. You know, I need to print out or memorize a tag so I could answer questions. Not that you guys have any questions whatsoever for me, because I've told you enough about me. But hey, if you want to know anything about me, ask. Or if you have a tag that you think I would like to do, or I could do, because of course I'd like to do it. I'm asking you. But if there's a tag, then I can do it and do, you know, look at the questions as I'm sitting at a light or whatever. Of course, I'm not going to read in the car, but I can think about it. Think about doing that and just keeping them on hand for when I'm in a situation where I need to answer questions. Like when I catch every single red light. Every single red light. So I feel like I've caught like 5 of them today. Because it's already 5:15. I've been talking for 31 minutes. I'm almost home though. Almost home. Boy, that makeup on my eyes did a number. Plus I had to wash my face with the soap, the pumpy soap that comes out of the, you know, the automatic soap dispenser at work. That probably wasn't very good for my face. The struggle will be real. See that guy over there? You guys probably didn't see him, but he was going in the wrong, he got in that turn lane, and we're going northbound, and it's northbound only, and he was in it, going southbound. Luckily, there wasn't anybody over there, or else he would have been toast. I tell you, I call it suicide lanes for a reason. Yes, they do. Okay, well, I need to wrap it up because I am on my street. I am approaching home now. And if I have enough memory, I will chat at you maybe tomorrow, show you my costume. If I don't, I maybe upload this before I can tape again. I don't know. So if you don't hear from me, that's what happened. And thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, especially the comments. I love the comments. I read them. I wait until I get that notice that you guys have commented. And I wish that I could respond back to people that subscribe and say thank you for subscribing, but I can't figure out how to do that for some, I don't know if there's a way to do that. But last time I looked, I had 26 subscribers. So to my 26 subscribers, thank you so very much. I very, very, very much appreciate it. And I think my last video had like 60 something views, and that's amazing that anybody would have watched me for an hour and 15 minutes. But thank you so much, and I will talk to you guys later. Happy diamond painting. Bye. Hi guys, happy Saturday. I wanted to show you, I'm editing the other one that's huge, all the drive with me's and stuff, but I did promise that I'd show you this is my MacGyver that holds the, rolled up thing. But this is my progress this week. And let me take that. This is my progress this week on, on the lions, the Brotherhood. And as you see, they're not straight. I haven't straightened them out yet. But you can see the ones that are the ABs. Oh, they really show up really good in this light. And so yeah, but you can see the ones that are not straight that are showing the underneath. I hate that. How they show the symbol underneath. I have to really go back and see all those that aren't straight. Like I said, I slap them on and go with that. I'm going to show you, well, my sister is not here. I'm going to show you her progress. This is hers right here. And, oh, sorry, I have a barking dog. She knows I'm on her mommy's painting. So she's doing this one, and it's a round. And so this is her progress on it. And I think it's a 30 by 40, I think. But as you see, she makes hers absolutely perfect. And she won't move on. Oh, she missed a couple. She won't move on until they're absolutely perfect. So that's hers. And like I said, look at her. Look at her wax. It's so cute. But anyway, so that's her progress. And bear with me while I scoot over here. I'm going to show you my diamond painting buddy today. You saw Bandit last time. And this is my diamond painting buddy this morning. Oh, I'm sorry, I am doing the wrong angle, but I forgot. So there's Dewey Bear. Dewey Bear. Dewey Bear. And he says, bye people. And thank you for subscribing and liking and making it all the way through this video. And I will hopefully get more drill with me's. Like I said, comment so my sister will drill with me together and we can show you her, how she diamond paints and how I diamond paint. And have a good weekend, and we will see you all next week. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and commenting, and I left you lots and lots and lots of questions to answer. So I look forward to hearing from every one of you. Thank you. Bye-bye.